basics of doing research, and we're going to set that up because we really need to know where we're going. It's like a map. We're going to define our search criteria, explore different search options. We're going to compare results using different search engines, databases, and directories. I'm going to share a process, a research process that I use. Someone once asked me, well, how do I go from A, B, or C if people ask me to do research? We're going to evaluate credibility of websites. I don't have to tell you that there's a lot of junk out there, as wonderful, as also as great stuff. I'm going to take you through a people search. We all like to know how to find people. Doing research online, you know, we have all these different sort of pages in front of us. How do we gather that information? How do we keep it? How do we store it? So we're going to take all of this background on how we do research, now that we know where we're going, now that we've defined what we're looking for, now that we have a roadmap on the steps we're going to take. Because if you don't have that, then you're just surfing. And if you're really looking, if you're doing research on a topic, you need to set your basics up. Where am I going? What am I looking for? And how am I going to get there? And how am I going to collect that information? There are search engines. There are meta search engines, which means there are sites that look up more engines in one place. There are directories, and there are portals. Is talking about finding information. One of the dirty little secrets that we have found out, particularly about Google, is that depending on where you live in the country, and you can get through this, and your preferences, you may only get to see what your preferences have, that Google has compiled about you. So, in fact, if you're in California and you're a liberal, you may not see things that somebody from West Virginia, who's a conservative, who puts in the same information, will get back. I don't like that. If I want to see more information, I don't want Google or Facebook or anyone telling me what they think I want to see. And what we're going to talk about is how to break through these bubbles. So the same techniques for research are the same techniques for research, whether we're doing hard copy or soft copy. But the difference is we have to be more specific about what we're looking for because it's such a wide expanse now. One of my favorites, the wild card. And that's this little asterisk thing here. This means I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Okay? I think I know what I'm looking for, but help me out here. I'm a little bit unclear. That's what this is about. It's called wild card. People search. Everybody likes to look for people. So I'm going to take you through this. And I used myself as the example because obviously I couldn't use anyone else. So I'm going to show you the differences. This is the white pages. And you may all be familiar. And here's me, Jerry Spieler. And here's some of my information. Not a lot, but some. Pardon me? I did. I came from Palo Alto. Okay, here is me on Intellius. Now this is the free part. This is the paid part. And the question is, in what order, do they have me? I don't live in Pollock Pines now, so you can't trust the order of how they have the information. They spelled my name wrong here. I don't know who Mindy Isaacs is. This is my mother. I did live in these places. I don't live there.
Yeah, it's actually a great start on somebody. You find
It's a start,
where they've lived.
But let me show you something better. Okay, this is Pipple. And this really gives you a lot of information. So briefly, if somebody's asking you to find information, what process do you use? So one of the things that happened, somebody wanted to know if you remember about the union busting in Wisconsin, and they wanted to know which banks were backing that. So my question was, you know, how do you find that information? Well, usually you follow the money, and you follow the money through political action committees. Walking like I talk, these were my sources. And you have that page. So you can use these sources for yourself as well. So I know we covered a lot of ground.
Great class.
Thank you.